I first learned about Jerusalem University College on a study trip that I came over here on last August, and the leader of the trip was an attendee here at JUC. And throughout the course of the trip, I got to know him a little bit, and he mentioned to me that he went to school here. And me being involved in learning the Judaic side of the Bible, was interested in attending here, so he mentored me through the process, and I made it my mind. I was like, I'm gonna attend here. I am currently studying biblical history and geography, and the classes that are in that section are biblical archaeology, rabbinic literature, history of ancient Israel, and physical settings, along with biblical Hebrew. And some of the ministries I'm involved here are music-wise. So we have a group called Vespers every Friday night, and we do a post-Sabbath, post-Shabbat meal celebration where we sing, read scripture, and I am going to be involved in that. The vision and mission of Jerusalem University College, in my mind, is to equip people by teaching them physical geography, history, Hebrew, the entire context of the culture of ancient Israel. And with that, people take those ideals and what they've learned and they transfer them to other parts of the world, because it's extremely important to understand the world of the biblical writers. And only then can you really understand the intention of the message they're trying to convey as far as the relationship between God and Israel at specific points of time in history. JUC is equipping students to go and evangelize by teaching them cultural aspects of the Bible, and they're also presenting opportunities to volunteer around town. So there's different schools, different organizations we can get involved in, and then through that we can preach the gospel to people who don't know. We can reinforce it to people who do know. We can carry it to kids who are unaware of it. So that's one of the avenues that JUC uses to disseminate the gospel. JUC uses a discipleship model by smaller class size. For instance, in physical settings, we have a teacher who's actually attended here before, so he knows the process of what it's like to go through the program. And he's very good about giving a one-on-one attention to students to help them learn if they're confused or just be available for any questions. So having smaller class sizes definitely facilitates a more disciple-y model. Christians and the church at large can support Jerusalem University College, first of all, through prayer. We could always use prayer just to help this place grow spiritually, and so we can take the gospel out to other parts of the city and other parts of the world. And also financially, there are some financial constraints for students, and to make scholarships available for people who may not necessarily have the means to get here independently would be a huge boost for the campus as well. We have a diverse array of students here. They come from all walks of life, different ethnicities, different countries. We have a couple people from Korea, and we also have students who are here for a semester that are doing in conjunction with the school back home in the US. So they come for a semester to study abroad. And other students like myself are here for 2 years who are pursuing a full MA degree, whether that be biblical history and geography, Semitic languages, things along those lines. People can come for a year and get a master's certificate in biblical history or geography. It's not a full-fledged master's, but it still has credibility as far as certificate goes. The thing I love the most is being in the midst of a culture that Jesus knew well. And to be able to identify with people and to learn the language really resonates with me, because you can gain an understanding of where people are coming from culturally, ethnically, all that type of stuff. Just being immersed in the culture and getting to know the people here is the biggest plus for me. We have a staff of professors here who come from various religious backgrounds, primarily Christianity or Judaism. And so that adds a different dimension to the way they teach, because you're not getting one specific way of looking at something, you're getting the other side of the coin, if you will. And to be able to learn about a biblical concept, whether it be history, culture, geopolitical, climate of the day, from a Judaic perspective, colors the biblical text in a different way. So it's not so black and white and binary. It's more a little more open to interpretation. I do what I do because I feel like God has called me to this place. I don't know why, to be honest. All I know is I'm supposed to be here at this point in time. And I'm gonna let the chips fall where they may. And I am going to let God do all the heavy lifting. And it's my responsibility to just take the next step. And whatever God chooses to put in my path along the way, or whatever path He guides me to, is the one that I just have to put my next foot forward. Betach el Adonai b'chol libecha ve'el binatecha al tisha'in. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam hatov v'hamativ. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who is good and who does good. And Yeshua Malach, Yeshua Yimloch, Le'olam Va'ed. Jesus is King, Jesus will be King, Jesus was King forever and ever. Amen.